Diddy's house just got raided recently by the Homeland Security. Now, even though it's unclear why they did it, there are some rumors spreading around that it had to do with criminal child traveling. So, agents were seen detaining two men that were later identified as Diddy's sons, sources told ABC News. Even though these people were not arrested, they had to be detained for the agents to do a proper search of the house. Now, these agents were doing a search throughout the property, and afterwards, they went outside to search through the questions. And after news came out about the raid, tours had to bring tourists on tour buses to watch the search and the raid take place. Now, this is very big because you can see how influential Diddy is. People came and started watching the raid take place. This is like straight out of a Hollywood movie. Before we start our discussion, we've arranged some videos for you, our viewers, to watch and have an understanding of what actually went down. And afterwards, we're gonna have a discussion about the key takeaways. If you're ready, let's get started.
I'm a savage. Whatever I want, I'm going to get. Whatever I want, I have to get.
This is Sean Combs, aka Diddy, and he was just sued by one of his producers who alleges SA and trafficking. But it's not the first time Diddy's been accused of abuse, and people have been speaking out against him for years. Somehow though, his empire remains intact.
Where we hanging out and what we doing, we can't really disclose. For the next 48 hours, he's with me. So, yeah, he signed the Usher. I had legal guardianship of Usher when you know he did his first album. My brother right here from day one, we used to wake up and pause, but like just back in the days when he was like 10 and I was a little bit older, his older brother.
But you were 13, what were you saying?
I went there to see the lifestyle. I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. There were very curious things taking place, and I didn't necessarily understand it.
Starting to act different, huh? You ain't been calling me and hanging out the way we used to hang out.
Well, I was sick of having to cover up everything that you did.
And I'm like, well, she doesn't have to with you if she doesn't want to. He was upset. I realized like, oh, this guy is dangerous.
In the newest civil suit, Rodney Lil Rod Jones, the producer on Diddy's most recent album, accused the rapper of SA and threatening him for more than a year, and he's seeking $30 million in damages.
Doing this situation is not easy. Taking Puff to court, suing him is not easy.
Jones also alleged that Diddy was involved in transporting drugs and sex workers, some of whom were minors, and asked for criminal investigation into this RICO enterprise. RICO stands for the Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, created in 1970 to deal with those engaged in organized crime. Diddy's lawyers say the allegations are pure fiction, though. Just a few months ago, R&B singer Cassie Ventura filed a lawsuit against Diddy, accusing him of and a decade of physical and emotional abuse. She settled with Diddy outside of court. But even more SA allegations have come out against him since, and some say it's Cassie's bravery that empowered other survivors to speak up. Diddy has denied all allegations. Many, including Jones, say that Diddy, who has a net worth of $1 billion, has leveraged his wealth and influence to skirt accountability, despite so many speaking out against him. What do you think? Could this be the end for Diddy?
Y'all, stop everything y'all doing. Diddy house just got raided right at this very moment. I just seen it. They just posted it like 4 or 5 minutes ago. I'm finna post a video for y'all. Hold on.
Breaking news right now. We're following the Department of Homeland Security conducting a raid at a house in Holmby Field Hills, believed to be connected to Sean Combs, the rapper and music executive, perhaps being linked to a sex-king investigation.
He got some shots of a few people coming out of the home. Those people have been detained. Now we're trying to still connect the dots. We do have some sources on scene here that we're getting this information from. We were actually the first ones here with about 30 different law enforcement vehicles at least. There are 3 Bearcats on scene here. This just all unfolded, Sandra, I would say, less than 10 minutes ago. We got here even before the crime scene tape came up. So we're just down the hill. If you look up this street where Tony is right now to the right, you'll see one of those Bearcats and law enforcement. On the other side of those bushes, basically, is that home that is registered to Bad Boy Films, which is part of Bad Boy Entertainment. And the home in particular is registered not only to Bad Boy Films, but to one of P. Diddy's daughters.
They are heavily armed, and they've been very tactful, would probably be the best word to use, as they made entry into this home this afternoon. We actually watched them as they made their way through one of these side gates, and as soon as they got inside the home, one of the first things they did was made their way way into this garage that you see is open right there. Now, they did take a couple of people into custody. We witnessed that. Now, are they under arrest? Are they just being asked about what they know? That I can't answer, but I can tell you there's 3 people right there that were taken into custody, were inside that home at the time of the raid.
We did see a bunch of investigators going in, making the raid and clearing that as well. So they're going to do a thorough search as they conduct this raid. And so far, Stu, from what I understand and from Haley on the ground there, they have not seen, and we have not seen from our vantage point, any sign of Sean Combs, the 54-year-old who is believed to be the property owner of this. Find out further word as to what exactly they're searching for and why. We continue to look at the procedures taking place regarding this raid that's being conducted by Homeland Security. You have support from local law enforcement officials as well. We saw from the ground shots, you see multiple agencies there a part of all of this, and they have a number of resources on hand with a drone flying up top, as well as they had ladders taking a closer look at certain parts of the property. And so they are looking at every nook and cranny they need to in terms of why they're investigating this home and property. So clearly this is going to take a while, and as Haley mentioned with her...
You guys remember Columbus Short from Stomp the Yard? Well, even he's exposing Diddy.
Snitching. I'm snitching in the kitchen. Diddy. Gotta tell on him. He tried it on me, so I know it's true. I was married. My ex-wife, I got a phone call in the middle of the night, about 2:30 in the morning. My wife says, pick up the phone. It was an unknown number. Pick up the phone. Who's calling you? Picked up the phone. It was Diddy. And he said, hey man, we didn't see what BET was. You know, what you doing? I'm like, I'm in bed with my wife. He said, hey, I'm at the Beverly Hills Hilton. I said, what's up? I said, who over there? He said, just me.
Were led away, potentially in custody. Don't know who these individuals are, if they're related to Diddy in any way, but you can see them. A dramatic video from our Sky Fox team there in Los Angeles as we continue to cover this. And our Fox 11 team is there on the ground right now as we speak. Let's take you out to some of their coverage here as we follow this developing story out of Los Angeles.
And then detain those 3 people inside. We haven't seen any signs of P. Diddy himself. Again, we're hearing that he is possibly in New York, but several people inside the home that will surely be questioned. Very chaotic scene when all of this happened. Lots of neighbors wondering what's going on, of course, and we'll keep you updated. But it's definitely going to be quite a scene here for the remainder of the day. Yeah, when you see this number of law enforcement agencies coming together.
If you know Diddy, then you know that he is no stranger to controversy. For quite some time now, there have been some rumors about these strange parties that happen at his house. And at a particular time, especially when it's very late, some strange things begin to happen. Let's just call them encounters, where people get to experience some things that they've never done in their lives. And let's just say that some from that day, they stop being straight. You heard that right. And a lot of celebrities recently have been coming out saying that they saw something very, very weird and bizarre at Diddy's parties take place. And that's the reason why most celebrities right now don't want to associate themselves with the artist. Now, what exactly are those things? So let's just say that Diddy is one of the Hollywood black elites. He's one of the most powerful black people on the planet, and he's very influential. With that being said, if you want to get at the top in the music business or in entertainment, Diddy is one of the people you can go to, but it doesn't come cheap though, and it doesn't come easy. At these parties is where people get to have an experience and have a chance to get at the top, but there are rumors that you have to do some really dark things for you to actually do that. And Diddy is the one that calls the shots. Do you remember the sweet Justin Bieber that you and I used to know way back during the baby song days? Well, that was before Justin met Diddy, and after he met Diddy, that's when the sad Justin Bieber was created that you and I know now, the one that is not always happy and doesn't have a smile on his face. So after that video of Diddy and Justin Bieber went viral recently, people are connecting the dots between these allegations of S traveling and that Justin Bieber story that we were never told. This is actually just a small piece of the puzzle that we don't know about. Now let's get back to the Diddy house raid situation. So did the agents find anything in relation to what they were looking for? Well, details haven't been disclosed yet to to the public. You can see how big of a raid it actually was because tourists had to bring tourists to watch the house raid take place. Now that is just funny. Was it a business strategy where these people had to pay just to come and watch the raid? Obviously. You know, entertainment business is very exciting business because even when allegations are filed against you, other people are getting paid and benefiting from that. And this Diddy situation is not different. I know some of you out there are like, how do we know that people are getting paid by this? Hey, do you think that these tour buses are traveling and picking up people at random for free? No, they have to pay for transport and fuel consumption, obviously. And in a recent statement, Diddy said enough is enough, that he's seen people come at him for weeks now trying to tarnish his legacy and trying to destroy his family reputation and things like that. And he also said that he's gonna provide evidence against these allegations to protect himself and his family. What evidence does Diddy have exactly, and what gives him the strength and optimism that he's gonna come out free and clean from this? Elite, bruh. He is one of the most powerful people in the entertainment biz. Now, enough with the conspiracy theory. What are people's reactions towards Diddy's allegations? So the reactions from Diddy's fans and supporters to the recent events are varied. Some are expressing shock and concern over the allegations, while others are showing support for Diddy, emphasizing his contributions to music and culture. Of course, there's a mix of empathy for the alleged victims and a call for withholding judgment until more information is available. Even 50 Cent has also weighed in on social media, reflecting the widespread attention these events are receiving. So it's a complex situation with a range of emotions and opinions being shared across different platforms. Now that we've discussed why Diddy's house was raided, do you guys think it was a genuine move by the law enforcement, or they're just trying to show us that they are aware that we know that Diddy has got some stuff going on? With that being said, if you found today's discussion intriguing and insightful, please like this video and share it with your friends. And if you'd like to become part of our community members, consider subscribing to our channel. We drop interesting commentary content every day. With that being said, see you in the next video. Take care for now.